Bayou Time Sports is brought to you by Terrible General Health System's Community Sports Institute in conjunction with Barker Honda.
Very fortunate to have Andrew Caillouet with us, athletic director, but for today's purposes, more importantly, head basketball coach over at H.L. Bourgeois High School. And I want to start this by saying something that I think is pretty special, and I can't imagine it not happening. And if it doesn't happen, you're going to be in big trouble. I don't think you even know where I'm going with this.
No, I have no idea.
So Andrew is at like 596 for wins in his career. That's amazing. This is the year you probably go over 600.
We would hope so.
Have you sat down and thought about that a little bit? That's 600, or is this going to be sometime in the future when you're looking back?
I kind of looked at it the other day when I did my preview sheet, and I really didn't know how close I was. I remember getting to 500, and that was a big deal. I don't know if it means you're really successful or you're just old and you've been in it a long time.
Well, listen, it wasn't, and I think you would say this too, it wasn't a typical H.L. Bourgeois year last year. But that's also from the standpoint of, we talked to Dylan, your girls coach, who's same thing. The cupboard last year from a senior position was sort of bare, and now it's kind of all coming to fruition a little bit. You got to be excited about what you got coming back, right?
Well, I think the most important thing is I think we have a real good chance of being pretty good. And, I can say I've never had this to all of my recollection. I tried to really think about this. To have 5 starters returning off a team, I don't believe I've ever had that before. The 2 seniors that we had last year were great for us, but they played probably about 8-10 minutes a game. And so basically we had the same team back from last year. And the biggest thing I'm proud of last year, we weren't real successful in wins, but we got better and better and better throughout the course of the year. If you look at it, we took East St. John, who won our district, to overtime twice. We beat Hahnville twice. And that's enough said right there. So very excited about it, and I think we have a real chance this year.
On the court strengths, those things you think your team is going to do really well?
I'm going to tell you, in 34, 35 years of being a head coach, I've never had a group push the ball as well as we do offensively. And look, and we're known for pushing the ball. And I'm going to tell you, it's just a phenomenal group. We preach on pitching the ball ahead, and we got so many easy shots. And one of our main goals offensively is to get a score within the first 6 seconds of touching the ball. And I think we're going to accomplish that a lot of times.
Dylan had mentioned his girls are going to be guard heavy. You could talk about a grouping, or you could talk about some individuals we really need to watch out for this year, but maybe get on a little more of an individual basis related to what we might expect.
Well, first of all, we're definitely guard heavy. I believe every kid that's going to play varsity for me is a guard, other than maybe one kid. We're definitely guard heavy. We're definitely going to press. We're definitely going to run. I think we're going to be very successful at it. You have to talk about Chris Coleman. Chris Coleman was a first-team All-District player last year as a junior. He was a second-team All-District player as a sophomore. He was the region MVP last year as a junior. So, it starts and ends with Chris Coleman. The other thing is, Chris grew some. He's about 6 foot. I've got David Green, who's a 6'3" wing player who jumps out the gym. He's a senior. And then I've got the 3 kids that started for us as freshmen last year who are just all phenomenal. Kadar Mitchell, Taj Mosley, and Justin Ward. I took those 3 kids to a sophomore exposure camp in Lafayette earlier, and they wowed everybody there. And they had about 100 kids there. The kid Taj Mosley had like 4 dunks in one game over kids. So we're going to be pretty athletic. I think we went from this doesn't say anything, but we went from having 1 kid who can dunk a basketball in varsity last year to about 9 or 10 out the 13, 14. So that says a lot.
Very good. You had, when we were talking, you kind of mentioned that you got better and better as the year went on, and that's success, obviously. For your guys to be successful, whatever Andrew Caillouet determines to be successful, what do y'all have to do this year?
I like Dylan's Anderson first about discipline, and I'm going to tell you hard work. Our we probably have 6 or 7 varsity players right now, and they are working phenomenally hard. So unfortunately, we're not going to make the football playoffs, but I'm excited to get those kids back. And I'm telling you, we're going to be like 12, 13, 14 deep. So our varsity practices are going to be super intense.
Very good. Congratulations, Andrew, on the win total. We look forward to that 600th win, and good luck this year.
Thank you. Appreciate it.